Hey, good afternoon, my paper crafting friends, or shall we say, happy Sunday crafternoon. Happy Easter! Oh my gosh, what a beautiful day in Northwest Michigan for Easter. It's chilly, but the sun's out, so that in itself means everything in Michigan. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I'm in, looks like the right spot. I have my iPad set up, so hopefully that will help me see comments today. I see we have one person so far. I kind of figured it'd be quiet today with Easter. And I forgot to put my reminder up for today. Shame on me, right? It's been kind of a crazy morning, so yeah. All right. Gonna make sure I can possibly see your comments on my computer as well here, my laptop. Hey Evelyn, how you doing? Happy Easter. Thank you for being here. And I received your email literally right before I hopped on here, and I laughed. So I want you to know I did see it. So I have my Easter eggs here. Aren't they pretty? So there's a couple things that I want to talk to you about before we get stamping today. And we're going to make one of these cards. And hopefully I put everything together that I need. If not, everything's right behind me. So it's a little bit crazy around here today. We decided to go out for Easter brunch. And it wasn't something that I kind of planned on. So I was last minute scurrying around here at the chalet getting things together. But anyway, the reason why I'm showing you these cards, first of all, is because we will be making one today. We'll be making it in Parakeet Party. I'm still learning the colors here, guys, so bear with me. Parakeet Party is what we're going to use today because I love this crazy green. It is such a beautiful color. But anyway, I wanted to introduce you to the 5 new InColors. So we have Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide. This is Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky. Woo! I did it. Hey, Kristen. How you doing? Happy Easter. So good to have you. So anyway, I originally thought about doing paper pumpkin cards. Well, I got to doing the kit that I received for April, and they were all done. And I was like, okay, what do I do now? And I really, this is one of my favorite sets that we were able as demonstrators to pre-order. So I thought, you know what? I still have my Stamparatus set up. So we're going to use that today. So for those of you who may not have used the Stamparatus yet, we'll see actually what a cool tool it is. And quite honestly, I should have mine out more often than what I do because it is such a really cool tool. Cool tool. That rhymes. I'm a poet and didn't know it. Anyway, so we're going to do that today. The reason also why I have my beautiful InColors out here is I wanted to talk to you guys about something new that I'm offering. You don't need to be local because everything that I'm going to do for this new club, I'll be sending in the mail. Okay? So it's called an InColor Club. And I have always hesitated doing this only because I really wasn't sure exactly how to do it. I know, I'm just being really transparent with you guys. But I always thought it was really cool because other demonstrators do offer it. And so anyway, long story short, I've decided to try it. You know, there's a lot of beautiful products in our catalog that include our new InColors. Now, every year, of course, we have one set of 5 that always retire. And as those go out, a new set of 5 InColors work their way into its place. So these are the new 5. And with that being said, there's things, you know, like the new cardstock and new designer paper and ribbons and all of that. So with that being said, to make it more affordable for you, what I've decided to do is to offer a InColor club. So each month you'll receive a color for that month. For instance, let's say for May. I forgot what I put down for May. What am I going to send first? I think Starry Sky. this color right here. So this is what you'll receive. Now, please forgive me because I've chopped into this massively, and right now I only have one pack. But as you can see, this 6x6 2224 InColor has different patterns in each new InColor. So each month, what I will do is send you one color a month. I hope that that makes sense. So let me show you. Let me just show you here. So I have it all in a basket, and I forgot to close my door, so you guys may hear Ruby tippy-tapping around. Oops. Ruby is my Cocker Spaniel who's a little sick. Whoops, I had dropped the ink refill. So each month, what you'll receive are the 6x6 papers in that particular InColor for the month. Okay, like I said, there's a couple pieces missing because I've been using it. Also, you will receive that particular month's color, ink pad, ink refill, the marker, so you end up receiving all 5 markers, and you'll end up receiving the case at the end to put all 5 colors into. Also, the InColor ribbon for each month's color, and a full pack of the 8.5 by 11 InColor paper. And then there's a little surprise in Delight. I really don't want to tell you what that is exactly yet, but there are other InColor items that are available, and I want to make sure I surprise and delight you each month with those. So just a little hint. And then also I'll also include a handmade card using that particular InColor featured on your card. So it'll be a lot of fun, I promise. And I've had, see, I have 3 responding already, and I offered it as of yesterday morning. So because there's 5 colors, I would like to have increments of 5 people for each club. Does that make sense? So I need a few more people. So if you are interested in joining the InColor Club, please contact me directly, okay? Send me an email or text me, call me, and I'll make sure to put that information down below if Facebook won't let me add it after the live is over up above. Sometimes they're a little touchy on that. But anyway, and if you are on my mailing list, you should have received an email about this, and I'm going to have several reminders. And I'm taking signups until the end of this month, so no later than April the 30th. And it will be $60 a month. That will include shipping, because I'll have everything shipped to me, and then I'll pre-package it or repackage it and then send it onward to you. So that includes all the shipping, okay? And it'll be delivered right to your door. And I will be billing via PayPal every first of the month, the $60, and then I will ship everything out by the 25th of the month. Okay? Whoop! I'm so excited. Like, there's so many good things with the InColors, and I would hate for you guys not to be able to get your hands on it. So I thought, you know, this is a great way to be able to afford for everybody to have all the good things in color, right? All right. What else? I did want to show you this month's paper pumpkin, since I did put it together. Listen to that. Isn't that fun? I love the little shaker card thing. And then we're going to make this, so I'll show you guys how to do it, just in case you're a little bit leery on it. But you'll definitely want to collect this bundle, trust me, once we're done, because it's so easy to make these. A lot easier than what I thought. It seemed intimidating, but it really isn't. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this month's paper pumpkin. Next month is InColor. There's like a trend going here, right? So yeah, if you haven't received paper pumpkin yet and you would like to, reach out to me, or you can sign up through my online store, and you can either prepay for 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, or 12 month, or you can also do an ongoing subscription like I do. Anyway, so next month is going to be all about InColor. So I'm excited because, of course, I love all 5 of the InColors. But if you guys have a favorite, let me know. Type in, as we're talking, what is your favorite InColor? Anyway, let's go ahead while you're doing that. And I wanted to show you this month's paper pumpkin. I thought it was kind of cute. And actually it was super, super easy. For those who may be intimidated and new to stamping, oh my gosh, these were the easiest cards to put together, which I kind of like. I like the ease of it. You know, I don't want to have to think too much. I just want to have fun sometimes, right? So anyway, they give the full color instructions on the kit. And I think, yeah, this month was 9 cards. And I hope, I tell you what, instead of me holding it, let's do this because you'll be able to see it maybe a little bit better. So this is the stamp set. I love the sentiments in it this month. And what's so cool about this, if you are newer to stamping or if you are a collector like me and have been doing this for a while, every month you get a set of stamps. When you first join, you get a block to put your stamps onto, so you have something to grip onto while you're stamping. And then every month they have 1, sometimes 2, but normally 1 ink spot. They're the cutest little ink pads. What's really cool is if you do travel, these are great because everything is kind of compact into a box. So if you like to go camping this summer or a rainy day activity for yourself or for the kids or grandkids, any of that stuff, you could do it in the car. I'm not that, I don't know, that talented, but some are. I know a good friend of mine who stamps all the time in the car. But yeah, so they're travelable. Is that a word? Travelable? It is now. Hey Gail, how are you? Happy Easter. So anyway, just wanted to show you the 3 cards real quick. The envelopes are super cute. They've lined them. And then check this out. So basically all I had to do was stamp this 1 sentiment here. And then there are some punch outs that I adhered with dimensionals, and they gave the dimensionals in the kit. And then also check out these little guys here. They're so pretty. They're iridescent. And they're a lot like the little iridescent beads that we're going to use today that usually like to run all over the place, but where they need to go. But anyway, these are adhesive backed, so super easy to use. And then on the back, there was an area to stamp another sentiment, which I love this one right here. I believe in you, because I do. And then along with those 3, we have this little guy. I love this one. And okay, this goes back to my childhood, you guys. So have any of you ever, did you like The Very Hungry Caterpillar? Was it from Eric Carle, I think was his name? That was like my very favorite book of all time. I still remember that book to this day. I bought that book for my nephew and for my nieces when they were growing up. They each got a Very Hungry Caterpillar book. But anyway, I know, squirrel, but they have this little caterpillar here. He's so cute that you can attach along with another flower and the butterfly. And again, it's like a fun fold card that's super easy. It's already scored where you need to fold it. And then the back has a place again to stamp. And I love this one too. Every day is a new day. I have to remind myself that sometimes. And beautiful things take time. Aren't these cute though? They're all pre-patterned papers ready to rock and roll. And then there are the ink, or the polka dot. What am I saying? Ink, pink polka dots on the inside of the envelopes. Super cute, right? And then there was one more set of 3. And that was this one here. Look at the inside of the envelopes of this one. Isn't that cool? We have some new DSP that looks like that on one side. Oh, so pretty, so springy, right? So this, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me do this. So some of the stars on this do punch out. So you see through, which is kind of cool. And then the moon also punched out. It was all perforated, ready to punch out. I added the star. They gave us the stars that we could put on a dimensional along with clouds. Kind of cute, right? And then the inside of the card looks like that. And again, I use that. I don't know why. I just love that sentiment. There's just a couple that I thought were my faves. Super cute, right? I love it. So anyway, that was Paper Pumpkin for April. So I thought I would just give you a quick peek at that. And like I said, for May, it'll be InColor. And if you're interested in getting May's kit, like I said, reach out to me. It'll be celebrating our InColors. Woohoo! I love my InColors. I'm so happy that I love them all. I love them equally. Okay, so you guys are ready probably to stamp soon. One more thing really quick that I just wanted to mention because I'm still getting some questions. So this is the catalog that is retiring. It's the one with like a white background. Our new catalog looks really close to this. It does. But it is a blue tint, okay? This is the new one. The blue one is blue is new. White is retiring. Also, with that being said, of course, there's a lot of items in here that are retiring, and there are still some things available. But if you look at the retirement list that's on my blog, and you're wondering if something's available, contact me, and I can punch it into the system and let you know immediately while we're on the phone. Or if you want to go to my online store, and if you punch in a number, it will let you know right away if something is available or not. So either way, I am happy to help. I love to talk to people yet. So go ahead and give me a call, say hi, and I can help you. And then the other catalogs, some are getting a little confused with this book. This is our mini catalog. This is still active until the end of June. And then we'll have a new mini catalog step in its place. It'll be all about fall, Christmas, all the holidays, all the things. So anyway, we will be receiving a retirement list on this catalog soon. I'm not sure of exactly what date, but soon. So be on the lookout for that. But anyway, I hope that that kind of clears some things up for everybody. Okay, I think I covered it all. So I have my box of goodies here. Cut everything out. Even wrote down all the dimensions because I knew I would not remember. Let's see. This. Oh, I forgot the other ink pad, which is right behind me, so that won't be a big deal. Oh, the other thing that you get in the InColor Club are these. I forgot to show you these. So there's a set of 2, light and dark, of our Stampin' Blends. So that's included every month as well. Sorry about that. And then this is the box that you would receive in the end in the InColor Club. So you'll have the box to keep all 5 of your InColors. And of course, here we go. So all 5 will fit in there. Okay? You can tell I'm really well organized, huh? Sorry about that. Okay. So I need Parakeet Party. And that was with this stuff. Okay. All right. So, Stamparatus. So long ago, I had this contraption. I guess you want to call it a stamp placement type of gizmo. And it was not a double hinge. It was a single hinge on this. And when Stampin' Up, in fact, I was on the, I don't remember what we called it, some kind of a committee that helped to design this it seems like forever ago, even though it really wasn't that long ago. Hey, Kathy, hello, and happy Easter. Anyway, and I didn't use it much. And then fast forward to me using Stampin' Up! Products. And I've been using Stampin' Up! Products a long time. And do you guys remember the Thingamajig or Stamp-a-majig? I think it was called Stamp-a-majig. And that was kind of, you know, I look back at that now, I'm like, wow, that was kind of prehistoric, but it worked. It worked. So anyway, you know what? I forgot to get the stamp set. Let me grab the stamp set. Let's see here. There we go. Thank goodness everything is close to me. My goodness sakes. That serves me right for sneaking out to do a little brunch today. Anyway, with some of these two-step stamps, having the Stamparatus is almost a must. I know I like to try to cut corners, and sometimes I don't want to have to drag extra items out. But in this case, you're going to see that for some of our sets similar to this, when you want to match up these two together, this is going to be your best friend ever. And I think the Stamparatus is like $40. What's really cool about our Stamparatus is that it will work with both photopolymer stamps and red rubber. Let me kind of show you here. There is a pad that comes with it. And when you are using photopolymer stamps, this is a must. It helps to, how do I want to put this? The thickness of the platform for your stamping. Now, if you're using red rubber, I don't believe you need this. It would almost be excessive because you already have a cushion on your red rubber stamps. Also, this is our grid paper. And, oh boy. Okay, never mind. I just had a thought. I replaced it. I had an older piece, which, you know what? I think I'm going to use. It looks a little grungy, but we're going to use it because I already have it marked. So this is nice because you can mark placement of your items as you're trying to figure out where you're going to place your stamp. So this is basically acting as your stamping block, okay? Now another really cool thing about our Stamparatus, first of all, we do have magnets with it, and they stick really, really well. One thing I want to tell you about these cute little guys, you do not want them to kiss because, and there I go, I did it anyway. If they really smack each other together, there's a tendency for these to break. Now you can get replacements of them through Stampin' Up! Yet, I believe. I actually have 2 additional sets just in case, because I don't trust me. But anyway, you can get replacements, I believe, for these, but they super stick in place, and this, you'll see why we need them. It helps to hold the paper in place. The other thing that I love about our double hinge system with the Stamparatus, let's say you have a sentiment and you want, let's say it says happy, and you want happy to line all the way down the left side or right side, middle, whatever, of your card. Our Stamparatus hinges are in increments of 1 inch. So you can take this little guy off. Let's say you had a stamp here. So you stamp him the first time, ink him and stamp him. And then you can move your hinge down 1 inch, stamp it again, ink it and stamp again, and move it down another inch. So it's kind of cool as far as that goes. It's a little different from the original gizmo that I had. The other thing too, if let's say you're inking your stamp and you go to push it onto your surface, your piece of paper that you're wanting to stamp onto, and you lift it up. Now it's lifting up like this because I don't have the magnets down. But anyway, and you see that maybe there's an area that wasn't inked really well. What's really cool is nothing, normally when you have the magnets on there, nothing will move. So you can re-ink, press down, stamp again, and get a better image. That's really nice in itself. The other thing too that I've noticed, if you work on the plastic 6-foot type tables, sometimes they're not always an even surface. So if you don't work with something underneath your photopolymer stamps, sometimes you'll notice like in the middle or on the edge, you may not get a nice crisp image. So either using the Stamparatus with your photopolymer stamps with that cushion underneath, or we also have the piercing mat if you're not using the Stamparatus. This I think is like $5. Or if you have a mouse pad, just something that will cushion when you use photopolymer stamps. That was just kind of an added bonus there for you guys. Oh, thanks, Kathy. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and make a shaker card. So I'll show you guys again what we're going to make. Isn't that fun? I love it. It's so cute. A couple of them I overfilled, but it was kind of hard to gauge like how much beads I wanted to add. And the other thing, you guys, in fact, I'm going to get it because I forgot. I'm forgetting a lot of things today. If you guys have a tray of any sort, whether it's like, oh my gosh, I got powder in here yet. A baking sheet with the edges, like a jelly roll sheet, I guess they call them. Ooh, look at that, I'm fancy. I don't even cook, and I think I know the name of it. Oh, anyway, something like that with edges on it, because these little beads you're gonna see, no matter how careful you are, they like to run away. I had beads all over my table and on the floor. They love to travel. So what we're gonna do right now, and I also keep them not only in the packaging, but the original bag as well, in case this accidentally pops open. It's a good thing, because you don't want beads all over if you keep all your stuff in a drawer. That could be bad. So we're gonna set those aside. The other thing we're going to use that coordinate with this punch, so this is our vintage bottle punch, and these coordinate with it. And what do they call these exactly? Vintage bottle shaker domes. Say that 10 times fast. So we're gonna get one of those out. These are so cool. So you notice there's adhesive on the top and adhesive on the back, okay? And what else do I need here? I guess I need a piece of paper, that would help. So I'm gonna give you guys some measurements before we actually stamp. So the card itself is 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2. I'm going to cover the top with my first layer is going to be some of the 6 by 6 DSP that I've cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I always like to add a liner on the inside of my cards. So this is basic white, and this piece is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I cut several pieces in case I mess up. But this is the piece that we're actually going to stamp on. That's why I say that. Wanted to cover myself just in case. And this piece is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then also for the inside of the card, I like to add a little extra color. You'll see what I mean. This is a scrap of that same 6 by 6 InColor DSP. And this is 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And then there's also the strip on the outside of the card here. And this piece is cut at 1 inch by 3 1/4 inches. Okay. All right, so let's get started. See what we can do to this bad boy. So first of all, let's do our stamping. So when I lined up this stamp, it was a little tricky, I have to say. I just needed to take my time on it because when I was looking at this stamp set, you know, you vision the bottle is going to be upright, correct? And so I was thinking that this little hump in here, I don't know if you guys can, yeah, you can see that. Or if it was in here. So I was thinking like one of these were actually supposed to shift, if that makes sense, for it to line up. But then when I added this other stamp to it that also matches up to it, you'll see what I mean. Sometimes I don't explain things very well. I'm sorry. But anyway, when I went to stamp the other, I was having a heck of a time trying to line it up. I was like, okay, It can't be this difficult, right? Well, when I finally figured it out, what I did, and I seen someone else do this in a demonstrator stamping group. Take a Sharpie. Once you figure it out, trust me, you'll want to do this. I don't know. I just personally have a hard time lining up my stamps all the time. So I took a Sharpie, and I'm going to make it even a little darker. I'm not doing it on here, not on the plate, but just lifting up that stamp a little bit. And this is telling me that that's the top of that stamp. And then if you notice these two little marks, that is also on my stamp, not on this plate, but on my stamp. So it helps me to know this way's up. Once you do that, I think it'll be a lot easier to line it up. So the first thing we are going to do, and I'm also going to use Night of Navy along with this Parakeet Party. I think that Night of Navy actually works with all 5 of our InColors really well, and it really helps the colors pop. So I chose that instead of black. Whoops, I just dropped my magnet. At least they didn't kiss, right? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. I lined up my paper where I wanted it, okay? So what you'd want to do is just make sure that you put, I should just do this. I'm being daring. No, I won't. So anyway, you'd want to put your stamp on your paper, close your Stamparatus so it acts like your block. And again, it's lifting up because I don't have the other magnet on it yet. Okay, I'm going to put that on there too, just to be on the safe side. Okay, the other thing that you'll want to do, let me see which one is this. Yeah, this is the one in blue. Is put an ink pad underneath the plate that you're going to ink. It helps keep it a little more sturdy when you're inking it. Okay, so this is going to be Night of Navy, and we're going to ink this little guy up. And we're going to hold our breath. I'm kidding. And just make sure you give it some even pressure. You don't need to give it CPR, but give it some even pressure. Okay, I'm gonna lift that up. There we are. Ta-da! And then I want to ink up this plate. Oh, I wanna make sure you guys can see this okay. There we go. I mean, it's still really not in your view, is it? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, use the Parakeet Party, and we're stamping the flowers. Okay, guys, ready? Drum roll! Here we go. Isn't that fun? I love it. And again, if for some reason, let's say I either wanted to add more color, let's just do it. Just because we can. So I wanted to add even more color. Add more color, stamp it down. There you go. Isn't that pretty? Okay. One of the hard parts is all done, and we did it. Okie dokie. Gonna make sure that my magnets do not kiss. The other thing too, you guys, if you're going to, let's say, leave the stamp set on here for a while, instead of leaving it like this, when you want to set it off to the side, I suggest you take it off the hinges and just lay it down like so, okay? Less tendency for an accident to happen. And as far as the magnets go, on the back side, you're going to see there's a home for each magnet, one to fit here and the other one to fit here. And again, that's to keep them apart from each other so they don't fight and break up, literally. Okay. Do you guys have any questions on that? If you do, you know, type them in there and I'll see if I can help out here while we're together. And also trying to read some comments here on my iPad. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and work on the card base itself. Again, I pre-scored it at 5.5 inches. And then I need my stamp and seal. We're gonna put the liner inside the card. Just like so. And then I want to go ahead and add this. I think for this, I'm going to use liquid glue. A little bit easier. What's nice about liquid glue, I have a love-hate with this. I usually get it all over me, which is not a good thing. And then I have sticky fingers, and then the rest of my project is sticky. But the nice thing about liquid glue, when you're doing something such as covering your entire piece of cardstock, is it gives you a couple of seconds to move it around. So if it is out of alignment, like this one looks like it may be, it gives you a chance, whoa, to move it around. There we go, which is nice. And our seal is awesome, but once it's stuck, it's stuck. Okay, we're going to take this piece of DSP, and I'm going to put this down before I punch it. This is pretty thin paper, so our punches will work through the thickness of both the cardstock and the DSP. Also, remember this little baby strip? We're going to put him on the inside. Oh, Evelyn's going to yell at me. There we go. I remembered. A little late, but I remembered. And we're going to stick that down like so. Okay, this is a little extra something, dresses up the inside of the card. And now I'm gonna take our vintage bottle punch. I'm kind of gonna eyeball it, center it. That looks about right. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to lower it just a little bit. You guys can take a peeky here and how I'm doing that, so you can see where the there's like a notch in there around the flowers. How fun is that? Okay, now I need my Picket tool, and we are going to take the top portion of this off. It just peels right off. And press it down in place. And half of your shaker card is already done, right? Pretty awesome. Now the one thing that I did forget to do, and let's see, where did I put it? I'm gonna grab a piece of paper, just some white, that I'm gonna put behind this. You'll see what I'm gonna use this for in a second. Just when I thought I had everything planned out here. Okay, let's cut it. So the piece I'm cutting is about 2 inches by 3 3/4. It's just a piece of scrap, basic white paper. And actually that's a little excessive. But what I'm looking for is to cover behind the bottle afterwards so that the beads don't fall off. As you can see, it's way too big, but I was too lazy to measure. The next thing we're gonna wanna do is add these cute little beads. So these are the Effervescent elements. Check these out. What's really cool is the other cards that I made, I actually put more DSP behind it. So it's actually bouncing off the DSP color, because I was asked, did you color the beads? And I'm like, no, I left the beads just as is, but they reflect whatever color is around them, which I think is really cool. All right, So with that being said, we're going to go ahead, and I didn't peel this off yet because I've learned in the past, learned from experience, when I peeled this off first, sometimes you have a tendency for the little stuff to get stuck along there, and then it's kind of a mess. So for me, I like to go ahead and leave this covered until I'm done filling my little bottle. See what I mean? They go all over the place. It could be a really hot mess. So I suggest have a catch-all of some sort for your beads. They're pretty, but I'm not sure if you want to enjoy them all over your floor. And then I'm actually going to keep this right in here so we don't have an accident, because that would happen because I'm live, right? I'm going to go ahead and peel this guy off. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and trim this down just a little because it's excessive. And that is sticky. We're going to go ahead and just cover that right up. Press it down, make sure it adheres all the way around. Oops, I filled that one up big time, didn't I? It's not really shaky-shakying. Oh well, that's okay, all good. And then, ooh, there's still beads flying out all over. I'm gonna go ahead and attach this with dimensionals, because you guys know that's the best thing ever, dimensionals. So is everybody doing something fun for Easter today? Hey, Nancy, hello, happy Easter. Matter of fact, I have something to show everybody that reminds me, because I meant to do that at the beginning. I got this beautiful card from Nancy and another team member too. And I want to show those to you guys because they're just gorgeous. Okay, here we are. Peel those little puppies off. And put that in its place. And then the other thing I did forget, oh my gosh, I forgot a lot of stuff, didn't I? Let's see. We're going to go ahead and I had cut the smaller piece here. I believe it's 3 3/4 by 3/4. It's a tiny piece, but the stamp is tiny in itself. And get that sentiment out. You can see I have all kinds of pretty bottles cut. Let's see. And I need a block. Excessively big, but that's okay. Just didn't want to take the time. And also I stamped that in Night of Navy. And then I'll be attaching this with a dimensional. Cute. And let's see, grab him just like so. Oh, and we need a bow. We have to dress him up a little bit, don't we? You took your granddaughter earlier. Oh, Easter egg hunting. Oh my gosh. That sounds like fun, Nancy. I remember doing that as a kid. That was so cool. That was a lot of fun. All right, there we go. I bet you this is gonna be bigger than what I need, but that's all right. And take a glue dot. Like I said, we snuck out for brunch, and so I was quickly gathering everything together before we left. And obviously I just thought I had it all but didn't, but that's okay. It's all good. It's working out. You're in North Carolina? Well, how cool is that? Awesome, Nancy. And hi. I forgot to say hi to you. I'm sorry. I didn't see you pop in there. Anyway, so that is how you use those cute shaker domes along with Bottled Happiness and the my goodness, Vintage Bottle Punch. Holy Toledo, you think I've never talked before. This one, I did cut it a little bit shorter than this. This is a 1 inch and the DSP on this one's 3/4 of an inch. I think I kind of like it the thicker. I don't know, what do you guys think? Which do you like, this one or this one better? So I do hope that you guys have a great rest of your holiday today. That you enjoy family and friends. This set here is going to be available starting May 3rd when the catalog goes active. Unless, of course, you are a demonstrator, or if you'd like to join and be a demonstrator, you could put these items into your starter kit now. I know I don't like to wait. I'm one of those people that hate FOMO, fear of missing out. But anywho, I appreciate you guys being here today. I honestly wasn't sure with it being Easter if anybody was going to be around. But it is really, really good to see you guys. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your holiday to join me today. And once again, have a great day, you guys. If you have any questions about this, on what we've done today, feel free to reach out to me. Or I'll also be putting the video on my blog in a little while at dawnscreativechalet.com. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure to do so. And that's Dawn's Creative Chalet. Make sure to hit the bell so you'll get all the notifications as I add videos. And up above, you'll see a link to join my mailing list, because I would love for you guys to stay in touch with me. And once again, I'll be sending out through the rest of the month information about my InColor Club. All right, guys, have a great day. Happy Easter, and we'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye.